Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you my LEGO Shiny Charizard MOC, and if you haven't watched it already, I uploaded reviews of both the original and Mega X Charizard MOCs onto my channel, and this is the third and probably last Charizard related MOC video for at least some time. I may see if I can modify the original Charizard MOC to the Mega Y form at some point in the future, but let me know down in the comments below if you guys would like to see that. Anyway, for this video, I won't go over the build in that much detail as it's pretty much just a color swap from the original with only a few small differences. The instructions and parts files are both up on my store, and the total part count for this MOC is 455 pieces, and at the time of the recording of this video, it's estimated to cost around $70 to $85 Canadian. Please keep in mind this does not include shipping or handling, and your final cost may vary. You may notice that the overall cost of this is pretty much the same as the original, but it can be slightly cheaper, which is due to the part colors being more widely available in LEGO. So good news for those of you who are shiny hunters or just prefer the shiny variant in general. First off, one of the main differences is in the arms, which like my Mega X MOC, has bendable elbows since they use these ratcheted cylinder hinge pieces. The other arm and hand joints have the same range of motion and posability as the other forms, so you can rotate and bend the wrists, and rotate and bend the entire arm. Like the other versions, I'll usually take off the entire arm and pose it, and then reattach it since the shoulder joint is pretty fragile. The legs use the same building techniques, and are attached with mixed style ball joints, so there's the same range of motion and posability, and you can get it posed and leaning in a pretty low angle as well. For the body, I won't go into too much detail as it's pretty much the exact same build as the original with just the color swap for the exterior. For the wings, however, I did swap out the ratcheted hinge plate pieces for clip and bar plate pieces here, mainly because I noticed that the price of the 2x1 ratcheted hinge plate pieces in orange that I used for the original form were a bit expensive and hard to source in dark bluish gray at the time. So I ended up using these clip and bar plates, which helped reduce the overall cost too. Even with the clips and bars, there's still enough friction to hold the wings at this angle, and you can pose each wing section, and both are attached with mixed style ball joints, so there's a wide range of motion. However, if you do have more of the ratcheted hinge plates in your collection, feel free to use either or depending on what's easier for you to source. For the interior wing color, I used the dark red here, and I will say that the wedge plates used can be a bit expensive, but they're still cheaper than the dark turquoise or teal that was used for the original form. The tail is the exact same build again, but where the gray stuck out for the original form, they blended quite nicely for the shiny variant. If you want to be more of a perfectionist, you can swap out these mixed style ball socket pieces, since the only other color that they come in is dark bluish gray, but they're a bit more expensive and might be hard to source. Each joint uses mixed style ball joints, so there's a lot of range of motion again, and uses the same large flame blast piece for the iconic flame look. For the head, it uses the same building techniques as the original, and you can swap out these ratcheted hinge plate pieces for the jaw with clip and bar plates instead, in case some of you have more of one in your collection. The same techniques are used for the neck and head, so there's no difference in the range of motion and posability as the other forms, so you can rotate and angle the head in different directions. And you can open and close the jaw, but you can't close it fully, again just due to the teeth. One of the main differences you may notice is that the piece used for the horn is different and much larger than the original, and even the Mega X form. This piece was the closest match I could find to resemble the horns in this color, while keeping the same building techniques for the eyes. However, if the smaller horn or spike piece that I used in orange for the original ever comes out in dark bluish gray, I'll be sure to swap it out, but for now, I think this is a decent compromise, and some of you may even prefer this look instead. Finally, for those of you wondering, this is how it looks scaled up to a random minifigure. And this is how it looks when compared side by side with the original form. So let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on this MOC, as well as any ideas of what you want to see me build next, and I may just pick yours in a future video. I usually post all my MOCs or designs on my Instagram first, but let me know if you'd like to see any progress or update videos here as well. I also have a bunch of other LEGO Pokemon MOCs uploaded onto my channel already, so feel free to check them out, and a couple of them will show up on screen shortly. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.